it's Khristina from Redefine Creative, and I had a few questions today on this little chipboard shaker embellishment deal from the layout that I posted earlier today. And so this part of the video is not wonderful. It doesn't show you a whole lot of detail about how to make something like this. So I'm going to go back and show you a closer look at what creating this actually looks like. So I have tons and tons of chipboard, and I'm sure that you guys do too. And so lots of the chipboard comes on these sheets. And so here's one that I have that is all circles. Or this one has circles, banners, all kinds of shapes. This one is stars. There's tons of chipboard out there, so there's tons of different options for what this looks like. This one just happened to be hearts. So how I created this, and it is a little bit thicker. It's not super thick. Like, I'm okay with the thickness of it. So what I did to make this easy on myself, so I'm going to show you with some circles. So this isn't quite as fun and exciting as the hearts, but it's the same idea. So I have 2 pieces of chipboard that I'm going to layer up. And these usually already have adhesive on one side of them. So all I'm going to do is take that adhesive off, maybe. Take the adhesive off one of the pieces, and I'm going to stick it down onto a piece of acetate or transparency, vellum, whatever it is that you want to use. And then I'm just going to cut around it. And so rather than having to have this attached to my layout and making it a little more cumbersome to work with, I put this piece of acetate in the back because it's going to allow me to work in these little pockets and then put this anywhere. So I can put it in my layers, I can put it anywhere I want. So right now I have that transparency back, and I have these little areas that I can fill. Because these are bigger than my hearts, I'm probably going to want to add some detail to this before I seal it up. So I just grabbed, these happen to be sitting on my desk from Paper House Productions, these little enamel stickers. So all I would do at this point then is if I wanted to decorate in these spaces, I would do that first. So let's say we want a butterfly there, and maybe a couple butterflies in this one. There, and maybe that's it. So now I've got my little detail that I want to add in there. If I want to put phrase stickers, anything else I wanted to put in here, I could do that. Now I'm just going to grab my sequins, and these are the same ones I used earlier, the Wonderland. And I'm just going to fill my circles with some sequins. So that piece of transparency I have in the back is keeping everything contained. I don't know what project I want to put this on yet, but here we go. So I don't have to have this glued down to anything because that piece of transparency in the back keeps all of my little sequins and things contained. Although I do have some static going on here, so I'm going to have sequins all over my fingers. Get rid of those. Okay, so I filled up my pockets, and I'm happy with how they look. They even have some little butterflies in there. Works with the theme perfectly. I'm just going to take my tape runner, and I'm going to add this all over the top. And of course I would make a mess, which I wouldn't do when I'm not filming. And I'm going to add that to the top layer of this chipboard. And it isn't going to matter because you're not going to see it anyway. So whatever color your dots and your adhesive are, it really doesn't matter at this point. Now I'm going to do my acetate sandwich. So now I need my second piece of acetate. And that's going to get glued right on top. Makes all my little fun pockets. Because I'm using this on chipboard, you could also do the same thing with sticker material, I suppose. But because I'm using it on chipboard, I automatically have shaker pockets that actually shake. And they're going to move around. So now, what I did with my heart one, and you wouldn't have to do this if you didn't want to, is I just take my second one and I layer it on top. And because they're the same, I'm just going to basically match everything up. And that sandwiches everything together. And so rather than being flat little pockets, they're a little bit recessed. So it almost makes it, it gives it a totally different look. Like you're looking through, almost like through a window. Because it isn't flush, it does have that extra bit of height to it. This one, the heart one, was really neat because the two colored ones were slightly different. So if you can see in there, the color you see underneath is darker than the color you see on top. So it gives that a little extra. You can see it up in here with the copper ones too. So it gives it a little extra depth and dimension. But it is totally a different look than if you just made a flat shaker pocket. So having that 2 layers with the shaker sandwiched in the middle really does create a different look. So hopefully that helped, that answers your questions, and you will be able to create something like this if you want to as well. I'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.